Hey everyone, Jason here with Penguin and Panda. You'll have to excuse my voice. My nose is a bit stopped up from some sinus mess, so I may have to uh, relieve my sinus cavities from time to time throughout this video. Anyway, we are going to get into this second part of our unboxing, our PPC unboxing of Manchukuo. As you recall from the previous video, we didn't have all of the things. There were some things that needed to be corrected and worked out. So we have those things resolved, but also the wood samples, nothing needed to be corrected. It just took them forever to do that and to get them to us for different reasons. So we finally have those. Let's jump into it. All right, we have some fun goodies here. We have wood samples, various types that you see, and yeah, there's some expansion meeples. This is the punch board contents from the Rise of the Resistance expansion, things we didn't have before. There are some bags, check those out, and player boards, probably my favorite thing that we were missing. These dual layer boards. Can't wait to get into those. Let's see. Everything else, I believe we already jumped into the cards and the boards, the locations, etc. But you know what? We may just set everything up later and look at it to just see how nice it looks. That would be fun. Okay, let's jump into some bags here. Seems like I was being literal. These are the bags. Okay, so we have... this is the generic drawstring bag from the base game. If you didn't go with the deluxe option, that shows your skull type on the bag. So nice material, little sheen, silky, satiny kind of a thing going. There's the generic black, and then we have the different types. We have tiger and mantis, monkey, and crane. So these all look good. I thought actually this crane is actually supposed to be like a yellowy color. I'm gonna have to get with them on that. So anyway, those look good. Here is the Unity bag that goes with the Unity game. Shows all 4 skulls. So they're nice. So you will be randomly selecting meeples out of one of these bags at the beginning of the game for setup for the resident setups, if you remember, but also you will choose a few of them out of the game throughout the game for each round to populate the town square right there. So that's what the bag is for. Okay, so here we have the base game meeples as well as the Brave student meeples from the Rise of the Resistance expansion. I have a first player token marker. The score markers, these are the deluxe. Actually, honestly, I can't really remember if this is deluxe only. The printing's on the top. I think it might be that each of the school logos on top. Suspicion tracker cubes and the round marker. Let's jump in. Okay, first up we have the first player token. Nice chunky piece of wood here, pretty thick. Right, stands up easily. Screen printed on both sides. Came out very nice. Okay. Let's look at some student meeples here. We have the strong students, so the blue are strong. Screen printed both sides. A nice thickness to them as well, where they stand up easily, which is kind of important in this game. The gold is the clever students. Screen printed both sides. And we have Swift. Nice design there. Let's show you the design on these other two closer. Yeah. And then the wise student. It's pretty cool. And we have all 4 students here. And then we have from the Rise of the Resistance expansion, the brave students who come into play with the Resistance. That there. Yeah. All the meeples came out great. They look good. Okay, let's see. This next bag is actually the deluxe upgrade component bag. So all the resources that were upgraded in the deluxe version of the game. This is what you'll receive. These will replace the cardboard tokens. The food here, we have the small and the large. Of course, the large depicts the quantity of 3. So it'll look very, very nice. Double-sided screen print. A little bit of chunkiness to them. The larger one is thicker. A little bit there. The offerings, which just look really nice. These guys are really good looking. And this was just one size of the offerings. Actually, I take that back. There is a larger version for 3. Yeah, there you go. Then we have the wisdom, also 2 sizes. Now we actually came into a situation with this piece that uh, we don't find on the cardboard tokens, the circular cardboard tokens, because they are a circle. The wisdom, the Chinese character that writes wisdom, which is this, on the cardboard token, it can be reversed to where it still reads it, but if you flip this one, it no longer is a Chinese character. It doesn't really say anything. It's just a backwards wisdom. So we are either going to not have the print on the back or change this to just a circular token where it can be on both sides. So not quite sure yet. Maybe you can weigh in on that. Just chime in and say what you would rather see. A circular token here where the print can be on the back, or have the same kind of a custom shape, but have the character only on the one side, and so the back would be just the maroon color. We have tools here, 2 sizes as well, small and big. These are nice. You have a little saw and a hammer. I believe that is it for the resources. Yeah, and so as you might be aware, these resources, everything but the offerings. The offering is kind of a unique thing, a way to get points in the game, of course, a big way to get points. But everything else kind of matches up with a student type. So you have food that matches up with Swift. You have the money, the currency, which actually don't have any of the metal coins yet. That's something that we are still waiting on, by the way. But let me grab a punch board token here. Yeah, so the coins, more or less, kind of match up with the clever student there. Then we have the tools that go with the strong student. So the color matches on those. And then lastly, the wisdom token going with the wise student. Go figure. Uh, so kind of the way the game works, this is kind of the way things work with the disciples and the masters. They kind of give you bonuses for the same color resource. So strong student bonus gets you tools, swift student bonus gets you food, and so forth. So yeah, that's the student meeples and the deluxe wooden bits. Again, we don't have the metal coins just yet. Well, we should have those soon. Although I think we showed a picture of the actual casted coin, the printed coin, minted coin, whatever you want to call it, in the last update to kind of show you what to expect. We have these 4 leader meeples that come with the Leaders of Xingxing expansion. And we've already noted and pointed out to Panda that these two colors are a little too close together. So we told him to darken up this red print, screen print, to have more contrast so that ink will show up a little more. That the artwork of this guy is my favorite dude because it looks like Bruce Lee. But anyway, these are those. We have cranes, mantis, tiger, monkey. And that's who you'll use when using a leader that you choose at the beginning of the game for that expansion. So your leader can be placed with your students to do some cool stuff. This came out pretty good. Okay, let's take a look at the score markers, player score markers here. Let's get all this out of the way. Out the way. Yeah, again, the deluxe version, I believe, is what has the prints on the top of the different school mascots here. So nice looking score markers, have a bit of height to them. Easily grab them off of the center town board. So what these are used to keep score for each player. Let's pull the board out here and see how this matches up. The size. Yeah, so prominent. This is the prominence track, and your school token will kind of hang out up here like this until you start scoring some points. And then once you do, you will be able to track that just like this. I guess the size works out great with the circles on the track here. Very nice. And lastly, for the wooden pieces are the round track and the suspicion markers, suspicion trackers, so to speak. We'll do the trackers here in a second. Let's get the nice little wooden. This is kind of a wooden pawn piece, which we thought was nice. It kind of went well with the aesthetic here. This is the round tracker. We have 5 rounds in the game. And so there you go. It looks great. The first player token is an option at the beginning of the game. And once it's taken, basically it's if that option is chosen at the end of subsequent rounds, then it's just taken from the player that has it currently, right? But then in these other slots, dependent on the number of players, as you can see here, 2, 3, and 4, a number of meeples will sit in those spaces, available to be chosen at the end of the round. It's just kind of whenever you are out for the round, you choose one of the items in the town square, and whatever's left is what's available. So that's how that works. Yep, everything here looks great. Okay, one of my favorite components personally in the game are the player boards. These guys are just love these things. These are nice, thick, dual layer boards with recessed areas for different things. We have a recessed area for student placement in the night phase and meditation chamber, which is an option during the round. And we have the suspicion track, of course, and then the score, the way that points are scored at the end of the game. And of course, what is printed here is the base game, the way the scoring system works at the end of the game for the base game. And then we have these score markers that come in the rise of the resistance. This was kind of like a last minute change, actually, as opposed to just doing the score on your own with the expansion in play. We wanted to just make it better. Why not? So what do we have here? We have the monkey. No, this is tiger. So we'll pull out the tiger score track, and that ensures that the artwork lines up with your board. And this score tile will go here, and basically it just replaces the scoring system for the base game. And now you have a new scoring system. Most of it is the same. There are a few changes, namely this first section and the last section here that changes. So anyway, easy to take out and move. Actually, this little fingers section is a little small. I will probably have them just increase that size just a hair. That should be very simple. And that's that. Let's see here. The students fitting in the little areas here when they come back to the school in the night phase. That's nice. Everyone, all of them fit in the circle. It'd be bad if they didn't. One of the things the reason that this board took a while for us to get is because originally the placement of these die cuts, they were too close. Too close for Panda to cut. So we had, specifically here, this was like these were really close originally. Anyway, so we made some adjustments to that to make it work out. Let's see here. Then we have the suspicion track. So we have these little cubes. You'll start in the blue section at the beginning of the game. And each time you gain suspicion, you will put your cube around the track. Cube fits in all the spots, and it's kind of a little snug fit, which I like. Kind of helps the cube doesn't really move and jostle around a whole lot. Just kind of fits in there pretty snug, which is good. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the other boards here. So this is Tiger. The back, it just shows the school. Beautiful artwork. This guy named Jay Leong, shout out to him. Crane. One of my favorite school designs, really. Mantis. Really nice one. And last but definitely not least is Monkey. Yeah, so these are great. Came out very, very nice. Actually, earlier I said the last of the wooden bits, but that's not true. We do have the wooden blocks that were an added option in the pledge manager, I believe it was. You could add these on. So we have the patrol block and the captain that comes in the Rise of the Resistance expansion, not the block, but the captain standee. And so this was just a deluxe option to have a nice chunky block instead of a cardboard standee to move around the board throughout the game. To kind of do a comparison, here is the patrol tile standee and the block. So I think they're very similar in size. If not exactly, if not identical in size, honestly. Yep, and so and this patrol standee design actually was updated. As you can see, the sharp corners in the feet here kind of get banged up while being in the box or whatever. And so we went ahead and changed that to a rounded foot design, as you can see here with the captain standee. So the patrol standee in the base game will actually be, will have rounded feet just like this. I can pop this out here. Yeah, so that'll help it just last a little longer, not get so banged up from the sharp, pointy parts of that. And again, this is the captain from the Rise of the Resistance expansion, the standee. If you did not add the blocks, the patrol block and the captain block, back when it was open, the pledge manager, and you might want to do that based on what you see here, don't worry, we will have that open for a short time before shipping takes place. So you can go in and add the blocks before shipping takes place. Captain standee there. Last of the items that we had not received yet was the physical rulebook. So we do have that in, and everything is great with it except for how close the graphics get to the bottom. So we're going to have them adjust that on their end. We're not sure why it's that way. The actual file had plenty of bleed all the way around the rulebook, so we'll just have them do a quick adjustment to correct that. But yeah, everything came out great. Rulebook looks good. Little reference on the back.